Most first-time leaders don't struggle because they don't care. They struggle because the responsibility shows up faster than the clarity. You get the promotion, and now everything feels heavier. People are watching how you speak, what you prioritize, and what you let slide. Now, nothing is wrong. This is just new. The mistake most first-time leaders make in week one isn't effort. It's trying to act like they already know what matters. Your first week isn't about proving anything. It's about stabilizing yourself, earning credibility, and setting a foundation you don't have to undo later. Let's walk through what actually matters in your first week as a first-time leader and what can wait. Before you change anything, you need to understand what's actually happening on your team. Your team already knows what's broken. They know what works. They have opinions about priorities, processes, and problems. And if you make changes before you understand their reality, you'll destroy trust before you even start. The listening phase isn't weakness. It's gathering intelligence. You're learning the landscape before you move. Here's what to do. Schedule 15-minute one-on-ones with every member of your team. In each conversation, ask 3 questions. What's working well right now? What's frustrating you? And if you could change one thing, what would it be? Now, take notes. Don't defend the old ways of doing things. Don't explain why something is the way it is, and resist the urge to solve problems on the spot. Your job in these conversations is to listen and learn. That's it. Start each conversation with this: I'm here to learn from you first. End each conversation with this: thank you for being honest with me. Listen for patterns. If 3 people mention the same frustration, that's a real issue. If only one person brings something up, it might be personal preference. Patterns tell you where the real problems live. The biggest mistake new leaders make is jumping in with solutions before they understand context. You'll propose an idea that already failed 2 years ago. You'll fix something that wasn't actually broken. You'll waste credibility on changes nobody wanted. Listening first prevents that embarrassment. Here's what happens when you do this right. Your team feels heard before you ask anything of them. They see you're serious about understanding their world, and you learn what actually needs fixing versus what just sounds broken from the outside. And one more thing. Don't only talk to the loudest voices. The quiet people often see things others miss. Make sure you hear from everyone. This listening phase builds the foundation for everything that comes next. You can't lead people you don't understand. You can't earn trust if you ignore their input, and you can't make smart decisions without knowing what's really happening. So before you lead, listen. Ask those 3 questions, take real notes, and pay attention to what people are actually telling you. Once you've listened, it's time to get clear on what you expect. Unclear expectations are the #1 reason new leaders fail. Right now, your team is guessing what you want. They're wondering how you like to communicate, what your priorities are, and when they need to check in with you. That confusion creates anxiety. Anxiety kills productivity, and it damages the trust you just started building through listening. So you need to clarify expectations fast, not next month, this week. Here's what to clarify. How do you want to communicate? Do you prefer email, Slack, or face-to-face conversations? When do you need updates? What can wait until your weekly one-on-one? Your non-negotiables. What standards matter most to you? Deadlines, quality, meeting attendance. Be specific about what you actually care about. Decision-making authority. What can they decide without you? What needs your approval? And this is critical because if they have to ask permission for everything, you'll become the bottleneck immediately. And check-in frequency. How often will you meet? What do you want to hear about in those meetings? Write this down first. Don't wing this conversation. Sit down and think through exactly what you expect, and then share it with your team. You can do this in a team meeting or one-on-one. Either works. Just make sure everyone hears the same message. Use specific examples. Don't say communicate well. Say, if a client asks for a deadline extension, you can approve up to 3 days without checking in with me. Anything longer, let me know first. That's clear. That's actionable. That's what your team needs. Here's a simple framework for the conversation. Start with, here's what I care about most. List your top 3 priorities. Then, here's where you have full authority. Then give concrete examples of the decisions they own. Next, here's when I need you to loop me in. Explain the boundaries. Finally, here's how we'll course correct if something goes wrong. Show them you expect mistakes and you have a plan for fixing them. After you share all of this, ask, what's unclear about what I just said? Don't assume they got it. Make them repeat it back or ask questions. The biggest mistake new leaders make is assuming people know what they want. They don't. You're new, your style is different from the last leader. They need you to spell it out. Another mistake, being vague. Just do your best tells them nothing. Use good judgment doesn't help if they don't know your definition of good judgment. And don't set expectations once and forget about them. Revisit this conversation in a month. Ask what's working and what needs adjustment. When you clarify expectations well, 3 things happen. Your team knows exactly how to succeed under your leadership. You eliminate most future miscommunication before it starts, and people feel safer taking initiative because the boundaries are clear. They're not guessing anymore. They know what you want. They know when to decide and when to ask. That clarity builds confidence, and confident teams perform better. So take an hour today, write down your expectations, share them clearly, answer questions, and watch your team start moving in the same direction. Now that expectations are set, it's time to prove you're someone they can trust. Trust isn't built through speeches, it's built through follow-through. Your team is watching to see if you're all talk or if you actually deliver. One kept promise in week 1 is worth more than 10 big plans for next quarter. Here's what to do. Pick one thing that came up during your listening tour. Choose something small you can fix this week and make it visible so the team sees you took action. If everyone complained about a pointless weekly meeting, cancel it. If the team needs a specific tool and you can get approval started, do it. If there's a broken process you can simplify, simplify it. The key is small and fast. Don't try to solve the biggest problem on your list. That takes months. Pick something you can actually finish before Friday. Then announce the change simply. You said the Tuesday status meeting felt like a waste of time? I agree. We're canceling it and switching to a quick Slack update instead. That's it. No grand speech, just, you said this was broken. Here's what I did about it. This matters because it proves you were actually listening. Those one-on-ones weren't just for show. You heard them and you acted. It also shows you can move quickly when it matters. Your team sees you're not going to study problems for 6 months. You're willing to make decisions, and it builds momentum for bigger changes later. If they see you fix something small this week, they'll trust you when you tackle something larger next month. The biggest mistake here is trying to fix everything at once. You can't. You're one person. Pick one thing. Another mistake, choosing something outside of your control. Don't promise to get everyone a raise this week. You can't deliver that. Pick something you actually have authority over. And don't forget to communicate what you did. If you fix something but nobody knows about it, it doesn't build trust. Tell them. When you get this right, your team sees you're serious about making things better. Trust starts forming before the end of week 1, and you create a pattern they'll recognize. Listen, act, communicate. That pattern becomes your leadership rhythm, and it starts this week with one small, visible action. Once you've listened, clarified expectations, and followed through once, something else becomes clear. The things that made you successful before don't land the same way now that you're a leader. Your instincts are still there. They're just showing up in a different role. Most first-time leaders keep working the way they used to, even when the role has changed. The next video shows where that starts to work against you.